And we welcome you back to the PE Center in Carroll College in Helena, Montana. It's Jason Walker on SWX. Another fantastic match in store for us. Match number 2 of the Frontier Conference Volleyball Tournament. And it is Montana Tech, the 5 seed, taking on the 4 seed, Dakota State. And we are quickly underway. And quickly, it is Dakota State with the first point of the match. Dakota State, one of the 6 new members in the Frontier Conference this year. 16-12 overall, 12-10 in the Frontier, actually tied with Tech and Carroll College. Playing how that coming up. And an ace for Dakota State, which goes up 2-0 quickly. And Sophie Tuttle back to serve. More on her in just a second because she has something worth talking about, which is her kills. A big block, but it goes out as Peyton Treadwell and Ellie Reinerstedt knocked it out of bounds. So a kill for the Trojans of Dakota State. They're coached by Amy Veenhoff. 262 and 264 at the school. 18th overall season, or 17th overall season as a head coach. And Montana Tech, Brian Solomon, the 5 seed in this thing. And that'll be the first point for Montana Tech after falling behind 3-1. So the Orediggers, 16-12 overall, also 12-10 in the Frontier. Coach Solomon. Montana Tech. Emmy Green is your server, moving. They're on the right side in the home greens, or the road greens rather, and Dakota State the higher 4 seed in the home whites with the blue numbers and letters. And that one blocked back. We'll get you some names of the starters here in a moment as teams just. That one's knocked out of bounds. A little wide for Leilani Weber. And it will be 4-1 as Dakota State goes back to serve. And that actually was Kennedy Wilmore who sailed it right for wide for Montana Tech to give the Trojans the service back. Fast-paced, moving game thus far, 3-1. And make it 4-1. Make it 5-1 as that ball is a kill for Maddie Langrock. A 5'6" senior out of Bellaton, Minnesota. Tristan Morris, Sophie Tuttle, Ashley Wangler, Macy Wathen, and Tech answers back. That was Kennedy Wilmore, the senior out of Claremont, California, who made her way to Montana Tech in Butte. Joined out there by Brooklyn Hayes, Talon Dodson, Austin Long, Peyton Treadwell, Reese Layton, and Madison Beery. It is 5-2. The Dakota State Trojans have the lead, make it 5-3 as Tech forces an error on the kill attempt. So it's 5-3. Both teams identical records. And that ball is off of a Dakota State player out of bounds. So it's Montana Tech, 3 straight points. And Brooklyn Hayes, your server. And a big block to tie it up. Montana Tech, after falling down 5-1, has pulled even at 5 apiece. And Hayes back serving yet again. 5'5" sophomore from Tumwater, Washington. Tech appears to be settled in after Dakota State jumped out early. And Tech trying for the lead, but it is out of bounds just wide left, and it'll be Dakota State volleyball. And back to serve will be Reagan Van Royen. 5'5" junior, has a twin from Dakota Dune, South Dakota. Reagan Van Royen is serving as Kate Van Royen, the twin. And that one's blocked out of bounds, and it's a point to Tech. ties us up at 6 as Wilmore with another kill. Kennedy Wilmore, the senior, as we mentioned, outside hitter, led the Frontier, or was second in the Frontier in one stat that I already lost. But she was 6th in total kills. And she tries another one, and she has it. That's 3 now for Kennedy Wilmore. Claremont High School in Claremont, California. Wilmore 5'10". And back to serve for Tech goes Ellie Reinertson from Gardner. And her serve in a Tech lead at 7-6. By somebody other than Wilmore. It's tipped over by Madison Beery, and that lands in, or rather it is out. Okay, so Tech up 6. And Renderson back to serve yet again. 5'11" freshman. That one tipped over, goes off the net, and it'll be a carry by Tech, so it'll be Dakota State Volleyball, pulled with an 8-7. Sophie Tuttle in. The Frontier Conference leading killer. 333, averaging 3.34 kills per set. And hitting 193, which is very good in volleyball. Not so much in baseball, but definitely in volleyball. They'll try Tuttle on the left side. Her first attempt is in the corner. And Dakota State has tied it up at 8. Lane Rock, your setter for the Trojans. Blocked, saved by Tech. Offensive setup. That one's blocked. It'll go out of bounds, and Wilmore with another kill. That's her 4th here in the first set, and Tech has the lead back at 9-8.
Austin Long serving for Tech.
Austin Long back to serve. 5'8" sophomore out of Billings West High School out in the Magic City. And that is just not the best effort by Tech there. That one bobbled around a few times. It's a point for Dakota State. We are tied up at 9. Macy Wathen serving. 5'9" junior from Rapid City, South Dakota. Dakota State in South Dakota. In Madison, South Dakota. And point for the Orediggers. Makes it 10-9. Tech leading by a point here in the first set. Tuttle, second kill for the Frontier Conference leading attacker, and it's tied at 10.
Dakota, Abby Clark for Tech.
Our 4th, made our 5th tie already here in the first set. Lefty serve. Set up and knocked out on the block, and the kill will go for Kennedy Oman. A 6'1" middle hitter from Plain City, Utah. And Tech up 11-10, back to serve. And Oman is serving. And that, nice side kill for Tristan Maris, 5'10" sophomore from Windham, Minnesota, and ties it up at 11. Back and forth. We've gone through one rotation as Tuttle back to serve for the second time here in the first set. Tech beautifully set up for Peyton Treadwell, and a 5'11" red shirt from Meridian, Idaho, junior. Gives Tech the ball back, leading 12-11. Lauren Cloth, the leading blocker, wears number 18 for Dakota State. And Katie Van Royen, your leader in digs. For the Dakota State team, it's the 4 seed in this one, Tech the 5. And that one just wide on the sideline, and it's knotted up at 12. And they're going to say in the net for Dakota State, so it's 13-11 Tech. Sometimes you look at the lines, people, and then they are overruled by the chair, which is totally fine. Get the call right. That's all that matters, and a big kill. Oh, man. Kennedy Oman makes it 14-11. And Montana Tech takes a 3-point lead as Dakota State calls its first timeout, as Tech has rallied back after falling down 3-0 early, tied it up at 5, and Tech, we've had a lot of ties, but Tech just keeps increasing the lead, and now it is 14-11 Orediggers. Second match of the day, earlier match, saw number 1 Providence knock off the 8 seed Montana Western in straight sets, identical scores of 25-19. Providence now 29-2 and 22-1 against conference opponents, but 29-2 overall. Bella Thompson had 41 assists for the Argos to get the victory, and your leading attacker with 12 kills was Martina Fiedler from Poland at 3 in double figures for the Argos. Montana Western led in kills by Olivia Rossborough, who had 7. Maybe Lingenfelter had 10 to lead the way for Western, which is now done for the year. And a very, very nice freshman season for Kennedy Lingenfelter. And that ball out, and it's another point for Tech on the 8th from the serve from Emmy Green. 15-11, Tech leading. And Green serving. Tuttle had it. Her pass, a little errant, sent over a free ball by Dakota State. And now another one as Tech looking to set up some more offense, already up 4. They'll try the right side. Peyton Treadwell, that one dug up and sent over, and now Tech again, and another big kill for the Orediggers. Kennedy Oman, the 6'1" junior, comes through yet again out of Plain City, Iowa. Taking a look at it, Tech in control here in the first set, up 16-11. That one just too much for Tuttle in the back line. Dakota State comes right back, and that one catches the sideline. And Morris with the kill. Snaps, long run there by the Orediggers to make it 16-12. Back to within 4. And serving is Kate Van Royen. Tipped over. Dakota State sets it up offensively. That kill sent over on a pass. And now Tech back at it. And the kill goes through the block of 2 Trojans. And Kennedy Wilmore with the kill. Unofficially, I've got her for 5 kills now. 17-12 advantage. The left side, and the point for Nagy Langerock, 5'6" senior from Minnesota, leads the team in assists. Also came up with a big kill there. 1,090 kills, or assists rather, averaging just under 10.5 kills, assists per set. Not kills, it's assists. That ball clips the tape on the serve and falls over, and Wilmore. And we're going to get a whistle and someone into the net. And it's Dakota State, so it's 18-13 back to Tech with the serve, and Reinertsen will serve. 5'11" freshman, Gardner Bruin. She is used to seeing all sorts of wildlife at her high school. Elk, bison, moose, and her serve goes into the net. And it's 18-14. Dakota State within 4. And checking in for the Trojans, Sydney Wathen, Rapid City freshman. Rapid City Stevens High School. And her serve hits the net. So back-to-back service error. And the score remains 19-14. As we have not gained any separation on those two back-to-back serves. Just a couple of side outs each. And points is Long to serve for the Orediggers. Good strong serve. The setup to the right side. The bump by Macy Wathen. And now Tech will just send it over. There's the set. And Tuttle dug away on her kill attempt. Sent over by Brooklyn Hayes. And Lagenrock will set it up. And there's the point for the Trojans. As Wathen gets the kill. And she will go back to serve. And Tech will take a timeout. Head coach Brian Solomon has had such a great run. Tech, one of the premier teams that you will see year after year at the NAI National Tournament. This year, a little struggle to a 16-12 record, 12-10 in Frontier play. We mentioned Dakota State, Montana Tech, and Carroll College all tied with identical 12-10 conference records. They were a full 3 games behind third place MSU Northern. So here's how the tiebreaker worked. They first went head-to-head. Well, the teams all went 2-2 against each other. The Trojans of Dakota State earned the tiebreaker, however, because they won 10 sets over the Orediggers and Fighting Saints to get the 4 seed. Tech owned the tiebreaker over Carroll because the set points won. Each team won 3 sets, swept each other in the regular season, but the Orediggers scored 141 points against Carroll. The Saints just 131 in those 6 sets against Tech. So Tech the 5, Carroll the 6. And at the end of the day, by Saturday, one of these teams hoping to win a conference championship. Doesn't matter their seed, they are here. 4 teams from the Frontier not represented. And that block, wow. Ashley Wongler and Langrock also. And it's 19-16 as Wathen, her second straight serve after the timeout. And another block and another in. And another point for the Dakota State Trojans. And right now, Ashley Wongler having a block party. Pulled her team to within 2 points. Tech's going to try it again, and another block, but this one in, as it was knocked off the hands of Wongler, and now Tech back up 2017. And back on the serve, Malia Harris. Tuttle way long from the left side. Trojans arguing it was touched. It was not, and it's 21-17 as Montana Tech back to a 4-point lead. And before we serve it, we're going to stay at 20-17 on the scoreboard. Dakota State's going to challenge whether that ball from Tuttle was touched by an Ordigger or not before it sailed long and out of bounds. So it's either going to be 21-17 or 20-18. Big difference. A swing of 2 points at this point in the set, critical. So it is 20-17 as we stand. Mentioned Kennedy Wilmore, the senior for Montana Tech, leading scorers. We take a look at that, and that was so fast. Just needed a graze of the fingertips. I don't know if it got it. Madison Beery leads the Orediggers in blocks. She is averaging 1.01 per set. Came in with 86, and we get another look at it. And I think that just sailed high and long on Tuttle. Did redirected. Reese Layton leads the team, the junior from Eagle, Idaho. Leads the Orediggers in assist. Take another close look. Tuttle does it I don't think it was touched. I think it went right through the hands. There, a good look there at Dakota State head coach Amy Veenhoff. 248 and 270 in her 17th season at Dakota State. 262 and 284 overall record. And they do rule that the ball was touched. So Tuttle gets credit for the kill. A good challenge. And it's now 20-18. So back to serve for Dakota State will be Maggie Langrock.
Dakota State. Maddie Langrock serving.
She is a lefty and sends it to the near side. Tech blocked on the kill attempt. Langrock going to set up Tuttle again. That one off of a Tech player Hayes' hands. It is tracked down and saved. A great effort defensively there. And then a kill for the Trojans to pull to within one as that goes off the block out of bounds. A block error by Kennedy Ullman. And it's 20-19 as Langrock back to serve yet again. A good low serve dug up. Free ball sent over. Tuttle's going to try it. It's blocked. Dakota State digs it up, and then it is knocked into the net by Tristan Morris. A right side sophomore hitter from Windham, Minnesota. And so Tech back up 2 now, 21-19. Mentioned there's a good probability that you're going to win a set if you get if you're the first team to 20. And that was Tech, but Dakota State gets to 20, now down 1 point after the tip by Sydney Wathen. And that'll put Tuttle back to serve. Down a point here in the first set. Kind of what you'd expect from the 4 and 5 best teams in the conference. And there is a kill for the Orediggers to go back up 2. And it is Ullman once again with another kill. Nice look at it coming right at you. Yeah, hope you ducked left because that ball went right off your right shoulder. 22-20. Tech in the lead. Looking to win the first set here in the conference tournament. And the point goes to Tech after Leilani Weber knocks it into the net and timeout taken by the Trojans. 23-20. Dakota State in trouble here in the first set, trailing Montana Tech. Good look there at Coach Solomon. He's got some great local Montana talent. He also goes into Washington, a lot like the Frontier teams do, Idaho as well. He also has San Antonio, Texas, a redshirt freshman, Taylon Dodson, who wears number 3, we haven't seen yet. But very spread out. And for Dakota State, everybody on the roster outside of a couple are from South Dakota. You got a Waterloo, Nebraska in there. You also have Rock Valley, Iowa, and a couple from Minnesota. Other than that, everybody from South Dakota. For Dakota State, which is Madison, South Dakota. Almost 3,800 student body makes it one of the largest in the Frontier. Montana Tech, in comparison, has just over 2,400 students in full-time enrollment. And a service error gives it back to Dakota State. 23-21 Tech. Serving for the Trojans, Kate Van Rooyen, one of the junior twins out of Dakota Dunes. Trojans needing 4 straight to get a victory here in the first set. Nice save. Now we're going to need some help because it is set point for Montana Tech as Kennedy Wilmore again with the kill. And Hayes will serve set point, 24-21. Hayes saves it. Better save, sent over free ball by the Orediggers. And that kill attempt is blocked at the net. Now set up, left side, out of bounds by Tech, so it's Dakota State. And it is set point number 2 for Montana Tech at 24-22 here in the set, number 1. And Reagan Van Royen will come in to serve. And she'll send it to the back row. There's a nice set and a great kill. And there was nothing either of the Van Royens could do in that, or one of the Van Royens along with Tuttle. And it's Montana Tech taking set number 1, 25-22. The Ore Diggers 2 sets away from advancing to the semis. And we'll see if they can. But set 2 coming up next here from Helena on SWX. Montana Sports Series presentation is made possible in part by the Billings Clinic, Logan Health. Billings Clinic, Logan Health. Trust and be trusted. Strive for excellence. Serving Montana, Wyoming, and the Dakotas. Montana Tech with a 1-0 lead here over the Dakota State Trojans in the 5-4 matchup at the Frontier Conference Volleyball Tournament in Helena, Montana. First set, Montana Tech with the 25-22 victory. And if your name starts with a K and ends with a vowel sound of an I, you're doing very well. Kennedy Wilmore, 6 kills. In fact, she's hitting 38.5% for Montana Tech. That is very good. And then Kennedy Oman has 5 kills, 0 errors. She's 5 for 6 on her attacks. That's 83% kill rate. 12 assists for Reese Layton to pace the Ore Diggers, who hit .30 as a team. 7 digs for Brooklyn Hayes to lead the way. For Dakota State in that first set, 12 assists for Maddie Langrock. Dakota State hit 25% as a team in that first set, with the majority of the kills coming from Tristan Morris, who has 5, hitting .333. As is Maisie Wathen, who has 4 kills on 9 attempts, and Sophie Tuttle, 4 kills on 9 attempts for Dakota State, which is down 1-0 and leading here or leading serve in the second set. And we are underway. Hayes, the pass, the beautiful set, and a good dig. Now from the back row, the set sent over by Haley Bruthlet. And a great save. Oh, Maggie Langrock selling out and getting the palm down, and that results in a point for Dakota State. Now, the Trojans jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the first set before falling. We had 6 ties in that first set, won by Tech. Kill attempt partially blocked. Langrock set up, and a good dig from Hayes in the back row. That is sent over. Beautiful placement with the palm of the hand by Kennedy Oman. Check this out. Here comes the set. Nope, that wasn't her. That was Peyton Treadwell. But still, a beautiful placement. And we're tied at 1. Tech serving. 1-1 here in the second. And that is a kill for Dakota State's Macy Wathen off the block. And the Trojans get service back up 2-1. 25-22 the score in that first set. Tech, the victor. Hayes with yet another dig. Oh my goodness! How about the power from Kennedy Wilmore? The outside hitter from the left side slams it home. She now has 5 kills. Make it 7 kills. And it's 2-2. Blocked at the net. Treadwell and Madison Beery team up to slam that one back. And Tech has its first lead of the set at 3-2. Hayes serving. A little errant on the pass, and then the set not on the mark. Free ball for Tech. Wilmore takes a little off of that one, gets the tip, and it goes out, and that is off Dakota State and Wilmore, 8th kill, and it's 4-2 Montana Tech. Hayes. That one just missed. And a service error. Long, and Dakota State back to within a point. These two teams met twice in the regular season. Dakota State won at home back in September in straight sets. And it is a nice setup and the kill for Dakota State. And it's Morris ties it up at 4 apiece. Set, Wilmore in another kill. That's 8 unofficially. And Tech back up 5-4. As coming in, Ellie Reinertsen back to serve for the Orediggers, up now by a point. And then Montana Tech beat Dakota State in 5 sets on the 22nd of last month, and there is the tip and the point. As Tristan Morris dumps it down, you leave a wide open net and free ball, and she took care of it. And we're tied at 5. And back to serve for Dakota State, Danica Witzel, a 5'7" freshman from Baltic High School, Baltic, South Dakota. Wilmore, oh, and then a good dig. She's going cross court from that left side, trying to expose the right side, and that will be a point for the Orediggers to make it 6-5 on the tip, and the block out of bounds, so blocking error, and the point for Abby Clark on the kill. And Tech back up 6-5 now. That was almost a carry. It's going to be an ace no matter what, as unable to corral it was Kate Van Rooyen at first. And so the point to Austin Long on the ace. Billings West Golden Bear now playing this for Nord Diggers. And that one just again long. Montana Tech has had a couple of those just miss the baseline by millimeters. 7-6 Tech in the lead. And make it 8-6 as service error on Kate Van Rooyen. So 8-6 Montana Tech. Checking in Sydney Streitz, a redshirt freshman, 5'9" outside hitter, defensive specialist out of Thunder Basin High in Gillette, Wyoming. And she'll use the jump serve. Van Rooyen low, dug up, and sent over from the back row. And now Tech looking to set things up. Tried to get the punch, kill, and they do. And it's Kennedy Oman yet again, and it's 9-6 Ore Diggers.
Sydney serves again.
It's a good thing this is one of the bigger sized, well, it's the same size as any volleyball court, but the baseline, you got room to set up and serve on the running jump serve. 9-6, that ball blocked. Tech saves it. Taylon Dodson's going to try it. It's saved back by Dakota State. That one goes out off of the arm of Abby Clark, and they're going to say it was touched at the net, and so it's 10-6, and the kill for Clark.
Sydney Streitz serving.
And Streitz back to serve yet again. The lone Wyoming product on the Tech roster. And the block goes out.
Blocked out of bounds.
And it'll be Dakota State point, making it 10-7.
Madison Beery in for Tech.
And back to serve goes Reagan Van Rooyen.
In and serving.
Trailing 3. 10-7 Tech. Dakota State serve. Hayes on the pass, the setup, and free ball sent over and sent back to Clark. And that is a tip and a block by Maggie Langrock. And it pulls Dakota State to within 2 at 10-8.
Regan serves again.
Reagan Van Rooyen from the right. High off the heel of the hand. And she digs it up. Langrock. And the ball sent over. Hayes. And Tech sends it over. Free ball. And Tuttle's going to try from way downtown. Saved up by the Ore Diggers. And Hayes saves the block. They try the tip from Dodson. And now the left hand, Langenrock. And a great rally going on here between Tech and Dakota State. Dodson, this one is in, and Taylon Dodson ends the long rally, makes it 11-8, and we get a timeout taken by Dakota State. Man, what a fantastic rally. You know, these two teams tied in records. They won 3 sets against each other. They split the regular season. They're the 4 seed, the 5 seed out of the top 8 that are here. And you're getting full of fantastic volleyball here from the Frontier Conference. 11-8, Montana Tech in the lead. Won the first set, 22. You're just joining us earlier today in the first match. Number 1 team in the country, University of Providence, knocked off Montana Western in straight sets by identical 25-19 scores. We have, after this one, we'll take a little bit of a break and then come back for the night session where we will have at 5 o'clock Bellevue, Nebraska, the 2 seed, taking on Valley City State, the 7 seed. That'll be at 5 p.m. And then the 3 seed, MSU Northern, taking on the 6 seed Carroll at 7:30. And then tomorrow night we've got semifinal action at 5. And the champion will be crowned on Saturday night, 7 o'clock here on SWX. Providence already the number 1 team in the nation, won the Frontier Conference regular season title and is already booked a trip to the NAI National Tournament. Whoever finishes tops out of the remaining 7 teams in this tournament gets the automatic bye in the number 2. And it may come down to if one of these teams gets in an at-large. Right now it is Tech in control as Kira Murdoch slams it home. It's 12-8. And serving for the Orediggers, Langrock, and now she'll set it up. The attempt on the kill by Dodson, blocked. And now Dakota State sets up Tuttle. That was blocked at the net. Saved by the Orediggers. Sent over by Langrock on the tip. Trojans were there for that one. Hayes tracks this one down in the near corner and sent over with the palm ball by the Orediggers. And now Dodson from the left side again, and this one kept going back. She has 2 consecutive kills, and it's 13-8 Montana Tech. Dakota State down a set, down 5, and that serve. That is the 3rd serve error on Tech, all of which have gone long. And it makes it 13-9 as Dakota State will go back to serve, and it will be Sydney Wathen. Wathen, junior, growing up in the shadows of Mount Rushmore, Rapid City, and Reptile Gardens. And that one is a point for Tech as it's blocked and then tipped by Treadwell, and it's 14-9 Orediggers.
Emily Green and Kennedy Wilmore in. Emily Green serving.
Emily Green will serve for the Orediggers in the green. And an ace as Sydney Wathen had to go off of her arm out of bounds or to the floor, and it's a point for Green, an ace. And it's a 6-point lead for Tech now, 15-9. And Tuttle, did it go long? It did. It was not touched, and we're going to get a challenge from Dakota State. And
Challenging that the ball was tipped.
Coach Wienhoff. Well, it worked out one time. See if it works out a second. Sophie Tuttle, the leader in kills across the frontier. The top texter is Kennedy Wilmore, who sat 6th in the regular season. Maddie Langrock, number 2 in the frontier this year with assists, averaging 10.49 per set. Bella Thompson, who we saw in that first match, just over 11 to lead the way. Tech's setter, Reese Layton, number 5, and 5.76 assists per set. The winner of this one will battle tomorrow night at 5 in the semifinal against the top seed University of Providence. And the loser will see its season end. One team will pick up a 17th win, the other a 13th loss on the year after this is all said and done. And this challenge still rolling on as we get little Rednecks and Cotton Eye Joe in the background. By the way, Cotton Eye Joe, a great song from the Rednecks. They had other great songs on that album. I highly recommend you listen to it. They were good. And we get more dancing. This is something you won't see in football on the sidelines. This is something you won't see really in basketball on the sidelines. But volleyball, the teams, the girls, just carefree, loose attitudes, super fun. They have a blast. And it is fun to watch for sure. Take a look at the crowd here at the PE Center at Carroll College. Ooh, nice save by Mom on the toddler. We almost had the girl down the aisle, but she's all right. Oh, good luck. Camera work, SWX camera crew is so amazing. That little one's enjoying himself. And it will be a point for Montana Tech.
Point Tech.
So Green will serve yet again with a 7-point lead here in set 2 and already up a set overall. And the tip, oh, beautiful. Good touch by Sydney Wathen. And back to serve, down 16-10, is Maddie Langrock. Oh, huge block. And a carry is going to be called on the Orediggers. There was nothing but chance for Emmy Green there off the huge block. Check this out. She just was protecting herself. And they're going to call the carry every time. 16-11, 2 straight for the Trojans. And that is snapped in a hurry off the arm of Kennedy Wilmore yet again. Unofficially 9 kills for this match. 17-11. And Hayes off the tape, and that'll be an ace. That used to be where it would be a second serve if it hit. Think of tennis and a let serve. That would have been a second serve back in the day, but not anymore. And it's a point for the Orediggers, up 7. And Dakota State answers back. Hallie Bruflet with the kill. It's 18-12. And back to serve Maddie Langrock. Down 6. And the lefty setter with an ace. Dropped it right in front of Brooklyn Hayes. We've seen more aces here in this match. We did in all of last match. More aces just in this set, I think, than all of last match. Hayes will get that one. And not the best pass. And it forced Reese Layton to put up an awkward set that fell to the floor, and it's 18-14. Tech in the lead. Tech had an 18-14 lead in the last set before winning 25-22. Langrock serves to Hayes. Layton sets up Wilmore, partially tipped. And now the set back to pass the other way for Dakota State. Sent over. Wilmore off the bottom of the hand. And that one goes long from Morris out of bounds, and Tech up 19-14. And Tech will get Ellie Reinerston in to serve. You're seeing a little bit of each team's best thus far. Half here in Helena is Wilmore. That one dug up by Dakota State, sent over, and now Tech will set it up again. And that one will be a point off the kill for Madison Beery out of Boise, Idaho, Bora High School. And Dakota State takes its second timeout here of the set. They will be out of timeouts, trailing 20-14. Wow. Frontier Conference football ends its regular season this week. And then teams sit around and wait to hear if they are at-large teams on Sunday during the selection show. Volleyball will find out during its selection show where those will go. And speaking of Montana Tech and Frontier Conference football, Kyle Sampson and his Orediggers have been dealing with a very sad situation. Kellen Klimpel, one of the players for the Orediggers, injured in a car crash. There is the GoFundMe page. You can scan that QR code right with your phone. Kellen doing better. Coach Sampson put up on the X last night, Digger strong, because good news with Kellen getting better, recovering after this scary situation. And we wish him the best. Our thoughts from our crew here at SWX. And Tech, an undefeated regular season so far. And already a spot in the NAIA National Football Championship. One of these teams would like to get to the NAIA tournament in the final in Sioux City, Iowa, the final site. And they'll have to battle through and get a victory. It's 20-15. Montana Tech leading Dakota State. The Trojans back to serve. Down 5 and down a set. Brooklyn Hayes. Now Wilmore mishit that one, and it goes on the other side of the stanchion, the antenna stanchion, which is out of bounds. So it's 20-16. And Witzel serving for Dakota State. Bump set by Reinertsen. Nice diving save by Kate Van Rooyen, and it works into the favor of Dakota State as Sophie Tuttle picks up the kill. It's 20-17. 3 straight points now for Dakota State. We're down 20-17 in that first set. Got to back within 20-19 before falling 25-22. Here they trail 20-17 and looking to close the gap even further as that kill attempt blocked on Clark and now sent over, and that'll be out of bounds, and that'll be a Trojan point. 4 straight points for Dakota State to pull to within 2 at 20-18. And Coach Solomon's going to take a timeout. At 20-18, Tech in the lead and up a set. Final weekend of a lot of sports in the state of Montana. Frontier Conference volleyball, regular season for football. You got the state high school all-class volleyball championships. Started yesterday down at the Brick Green Fieldhouse in Bozeman. And 3 of the 4 classifications defending state champs were back. The only one in Class B, Huntley Project, the 4-time state champs, upset in divisionals. So you'll have a new Class B champ. But Montana Tech looking to get to the NAI tournament yet again. They have actually hosted first and second round action in years past, as has Providence. Dakota State joining the league this year, after the Frontier was a 6-team league for a few years after Westminster left out of Salt Lake City. And now there's 12 full teams, and it's a lot of great volleyball. Bellevue, Nebraska, the 7th-ranked team in the state. 3 other teams in this conference ranked, or receiving votes, rather. As Dakota State down 2 on a 4-0 run here, and Wilmore just wide. It's a 5-zip run, and it's 20-19. Dakota State within a point. Witzel back to the serve as Cook ends the long run, as Abby Clark puts it down off the set by Reinertsen, and 21-19 Tech. Back to serve goes Piper Jetty, a 5'11 sophomore from Billings Senior. She was part of that. And a kill there for Dakota State, Tristan Morris. But to finish that quick thought, Billings Senior had such a dynasty in Class AA softball, or volleyball rather, in the state of Montana. And you think about really the whole east side of Montana, a volleyball-centric part of the state. Billings Central, Class A last year, and that one goes out. And it's a 21-20 set here. But they're going to call Dakota State in the net, so it is Tech point, making it 22-20. Back to serve for the Ordigger, Sydney Streitz. Huntley Project, who we mentioned, the Class B 4-time defending champs, not at it this year. And that serve there, the 4th on Tech here in this set, makes it 22-21. Dakota State still in this. First one to 25, win by 2. Last time Huntley Project did not win state Class B, it was Joliet, another Southeast team that did in Class B. Oh, big kill. Taylon Dotson out of San Antonio, Texas. And she'll say, remember that kill. 23-21 into serve, Reese Layton. One of the best setters in all of the Frontier. And in the country, as that is an ace. And it's set point for Tech to go up 2-0, which would be 2/3 of the way towards the first upset of the tournament. And Dakota State, the kill attempt saved by Brooklyn Hayes. And that is sent over by Dodson with the back of, or the palm of her hand, the heel. And it is 25-21, Montana Tech going up none here in Helena. Set 3 when we come back here on SWX. Of today's match is brought to you in part by Butte Auto. Easy to find off I-90 at the Harrison Avenue exit in Butte. Find your next ride at Butte Auto in the mining city. Montana Tech, the 5 seed, with a 2-0 lead over the 4 seed Dakota State Trojans as we head to the third set. 8 teams here out of the 12. The 4 that did not make it: Dickinson State, Mayville State, Bismarck State, and Rocky Mountain College. But 8 teams are here. And 8 teams with the dream of a conference championship. We are down to 7 now because Montana Western ended its season earlier with a straight sets loss to the number 1 team in the conference and in the nation, University of Providence. First time ever the Argos have been ranked number 1. Reese Layton will start serve for Montana Tech, up 2-9. And we are back underway, and Dakota State, for the 3rd consecutive set, starts off with a 1-0 lead. It hasn't worked well the previous 2 sets. We'll see if that changes a little bit. As Kennedy Wilmore up to 10 kills now for Montana Tech. And that will be her partner in crime, Kennedy Oman, who just picked up her 7th overall kill. And it's 1-1. Montana Tech, 19 assists for Reese Layton, 13 for Ellie Reinertson now. As Tech serves in a 1-all, and Tuttle sends it long out of bounds. She's going to say it was touched, and the officials are not going to rule different. Good look there, Brooklyn Hayes, the libero for Montana Tech. The Orediggers up 2-1 here in the third. Try to set up Tuttle. Blocked, falls in, and it's a kill for Tuttle. That'll be her sixth. Tristan Morris has 10 to pace the way for the Trojans. Maggie Langrock back to serve. Hayes digs it up off the ground. The kill attempt is good for Montana Tech. And Kennedy Oman with another kill. Makes it 3-2 Tech. Brooklyn Hayes back to serve. Langrock, the set. Tuttle, the attempt, and it is a kill as it goes off of the hands of Peyton Treadwell. And Treadwell's going to get credit for a block error. That will be a kill and a point to tie it at 3 for Dakota State. Tuttle back to serve. Layton sets it up, and Wilmore slams it home. Another kill for Kennedy Wilmore. Wow. She comes as advertised, folks, and she has had a heck of a career at Montana Tech. And it's so 4-3 Tech. Trying it from the left side is Haley Bruflat. And Bruflat gets the kill, ties it back up at 4. Again, this set starting off like the last two. Good serve, and Hayes with a nice strong dig. Good rally being set up as Hayes sends it over on the free pass. Quick set, and that will be blocked back into Dakota State's area, and then that one blocked back into Tech side. And they'll try Wilmore, and that one is saved up by Langrock. Free ball, and it'll fall on the floor, and it is a point for Montana Tech. And the Orediggers up to a 5-4 advantage here in the set. Set number 3, as Austin Long will come in to serve for the Orediggers. And Morris, huge kill, and let's give credit to the setter, Maddie Langrock, who saved it near the stanchion of where the official stands, and a great recovery and kill by Morris to tie it at 5. Third straight set we've been tied at 5. Oh, and a huge kill. The right side, and that Piper Jet almost got up to the mezzanine. Check this out. That is just straight power from the sophomore from Billings Senior. 6-5 Tech, and now make it 7-5. Largest lead of the set. It's Tech's.
Malia serves again.
Service error as Malia Harris from Anaconda Copperhead knocks it into the net. 7-6 as into serve is Sydney Wathen.
Sydney will serve.
Wathen, couple of steps, baby jump serve. And Montana Tech sends it long off the right hand of Jetty. And it's tied up at 7 now. And we're going to get a challenge on the call to see if it was tipped by a Dakota State player. Once again, next up after this one, we will go to the 2-7 matchup. Bellevue, North Dakota, Valley State, Dakota, or Bellevue, Nebraska. Let's see, the 7th ranked team in the country. This is what's great. We get to see, as we look at the replay, to see if that was touched. Not sure. Montana Tech on the challenge. But we get to see 5 of the best NAI volleyball teams in one weekend, in one day today. 5 of the 8 teams ranked or receiving votes. And we're going to get another look here. Does it hit a finger? Ooh. I don't know. What's the call? They say it was not touched, so it's Dakota State point. Ties it up at 7. Wow. Great camera work again by our guys in the truck and on the floor and in the stands. 7-7. And that one is out of bounds. Macy Wathen can't get it to fall, and Tech back up now, 8-7.
Greece will serve.
Dakota State has only led a couple of times in this entire match. 3-0 in the first set, 1-0 in the second, 1-0 so far here in the third. As Tech, every time it's tied, comes up with a big one. As Tuttle's saved up by Hayes, and then that ball is tipped, and it's a point for Montana Tech off the kill for the Ore Diggers, makes it 9-7. And back to serve, Reese Layton. Good line serve. Tuttle, a bump set, and just sent over freely by Dakota State. Attempt is partially blocked, and then a couple of great saves by Dakota State, and another good dig. Now Tuttle from the left side, and it's in. That was fantastic defense by Dakota State to get the point, well-deserved point, after the tremendous defensive saves that the Trojans had. So it's 9-8, and an ace ties it at 9.
Macy serves again.
And Macy Wathen makes it a 9-9 set. The tape, good hesitation by Hayes. Stayed up and then set up for the kill on the left side for Peyton Treadwell. Tech goes right back up 10-9. Wilmore back in. The sensational senior for Tech. Emmy Green serving for the Ore Diggers. Tuttle blocked. Trojans keep it alive and then send it way deep. Does Sydney Wathen. It's 11-9 Ore Diggers. Looking for the sweep here in Helena in the first round of the Frontier Conference Volleyball Championships for 2025. Green with the dig. Wilmore tries the kill. It is saved by the Trojans and sent over to set up the Ore Diggers. Another strong kill from the right side. Peyton Treadwell again. 12-9 and timeout Dakota State. Down 3 and down 2 sets to none here in the third. But Montana Tech, a very balanced attack, especially if you are named a Kennedy. You got Kennedy Wilmore, Kinnidi. Kennedy Omen, normal spelling for Kennedy. The traditional spelling, as one might say. So yeah, two different K's. But they're leading the way for Montana Tech. 2-0 and up 3 here in the third. Emmy Green set to serve with a 3-point advantage here in the third set. Montana Tech leading Dakota State Frontier Conference Tournament. Layton sets it up, middle of the floor. It's dug up by the Trojans. And now Tuttle with the big kill in the far corner. And Dakota State alive at 12-10. Maddie Langrock back to serve. The senior setter, and a good look there from Tuttle across the way. And a service error on Langrock, and it's 13-10. Montana Tech as Clark checks in, and Brooklyn Hayes will go back to serve. Langrock, Tuttle, tip saved by Layton. Hayes will set it up for Wilmore, partially blocked. And set up as Langmore with the set, the kill attempt, saved by the Diggers. And now Tuttle's going to try it again. That was a tough angle, and somehow she gets it to go in off the left fist. Got it inside the stanchion, and she will go back to serve down 13-11. Yeah, that was an awkward. See her change her body in midair? Beautiful body control by Tuttle, and a back-to-back service errors on Dakota State. Keeps it at a 3-point advantage for Montana Tech.
Dakota State. Ellie Reinertson.
Back to serve for Montana Tech, Ellie Reinertson.
Also in Piper Jetty.
The lefty off the tape. Kill attempt, and the kill for Kristen Morris again. Dakota State back to within 2. And back to serve goes Kate Van Rooyen. The defensive specialist, the libero for the Trojans. Where's that opposite colored jersey out there? And a kill attempt by Wilmore, just wide. And Dakota State's within a point at 14-13.
Madison Beery in for Tech. Kate serves again.
14-13, Van Rooyen, another serve. Chance to tie it up. Good save by Hayes. The pass going off the head of one of the Trojans, Langenrock. And now it'll be a tie set as it goes off the hand of Reinertson into the scorer's table, and it's 14-all. And it's Mara with another kill. Morris. And it's 14-all. 3-0 run here by Dakota State. Dakota State lost the first set 25-22, 25-21 in the second. And tied here, middle of the third. Wilmore blocked up into the air. Morris blocked by Wilmore. So Wilmore said, if I can't get the kill, I'll get the block and give Tech the lead back, 15-14. Talon Dodson will check in for Tech, and back to serve Austin Long. And that one stays up on the net. Falls on Tech's side of the floor. And now Van Rooyen. Good set for Maris, who is saved up by Hayes on the other side. Another bump set, another try for Morris. And another dig by the Ordiggers. And that one sent long. They're arguing for a touch.
Tied at 15. Regan Van Royen.
With Solomon double checking to make sure his player feels confident that it was touched, and we are going to get the challenge.
Challenge by Montana Tech.
So we will see
The ball was tipped.
if it will be 15 all or if Tech will go up by 2. What a great match. I know Tech's up 2-0 on the scoreboard sets wise, but Dakota State is giving Tech all it can handle here. As we get another look at this, the near side, that looked almost fingertipped. And it looked, we'll get another look at it here. I think the left, maybe fingertip of Langrock got it. Let's take another look at it. Watch the left hand of Langrock on the far left. Man, that angle I can't tell. But wow. We have seen some very close, good calls made today. (15-15) as it stands right now, pending the challenge. Dakota State has not had a lead larger than 3-0. They did not lead after that point in the first set. It was 1-0, and then 2-1 they led in the second set, and 1-0 Trojans here in the third set. And every time that Dakota State ties it up, whether they're down 1, down 2, down 3, Tech comes back after it's tied to take the lead back. Good look at the copper of the Ordiggers fans there in the stands, green and copper. It's a good combo. And Kyle Sampson, great job down at Montana Tech. One of the best recruiters in the state. And we're going to say this one was tipped. So it's a Tech point, and it must have been that left middle finger of Maddie Langrock, and it's 16-14. And Austin Long to serve. Morris had the dig, the block, and the point for Montana Tech, 17-14. As Jetty's going to get the kill. Or rather the block along with Beery, and Long to serve again, up by 3 now. Langrock sets up Morris, who goes into the Tech bench on a one-hop, and that is Ordigger point, 4 in a row, and it's 18-14. We're going to take a little trip to the benches as a timeout taken by Dakota State. Out of timeouts for this set, and looking to rally and looking to keep the season going. Trailing 2-0 and down 18-14 here in the third. Winner will take on the University of Providence tomorrow here on SWX at 5 p.m. in the semifinals. Neither team did well against Providence in the regular season, as Dakota State lost 3-0 in Great Falls at the end of September, and then lost in a straight set sweep on Halloween night at home to the Argos. And Montana Tech didn't fare any better against the Argos, as they lost 3-0, a straight set sweep last Saturday to wrap up the regular season, and also swept at home October the 3rd. So neither of these teams took a set against the Argos this year. And that's a service error on Long. So as of now, a good timeout taken by Dakota State to get the ball back on the side out service error. And Regan Van Royen will go to serve. 18-15, Ordiggers have the lead. Good serve. Hayes with a great dig. She is so solid in that defensive area. And that's a 4-hit call, and it'll be Dakota State point within 2 at 18-16. Can't wait to see the final stats on Brooklyn Hayes. How many digs? There's another one. Set up, blocked back. They'll try it again, and the right side working great for Piper Jetty. And she gets the kill off the block out of bounds. 19-16 Montana Tech.
Malia Harris in. Malia will serve.
Langrock. Great set. Macy Wathen, a good kill, but a attempt, but a better dig. Now we'll try the right side. That is sent back to the Trojans on the block. That one is sent into the stands off of the hand for Burflat, who gets the kill, or Bruflat rather. Sophomore from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, into Washington High School out in Sioux Falls. 19-17 as Sydney Wathen will serve. And a kill right down the pipe for Kennedy Omen. And it's 2017, Montana Tech up 3. And already up 2-0 here in the third set. And Reese Layton back to serve. That one will be sent over on a tip. Jump ball to net. And now Tuttle with the kill. For back to within 2 at 20-18. And if you're a Frontier Conference volleyball fan of any of the other 11 teams, you're going to be trying to game plan against Sophie Tuttle for the next couple of years. Just a sophomore for the Trojans. And a kill for Omen again. 21-18, and Layton with another assist. And Emmy Green comes in to serve. She closed out the second set on her serve. And we'll look to do the same here in the third and close out the match. Tuttle from the back line. Hayes sends it up for Layton to set it up on the kill. And Montana Tech up 4, 22-18. It's Treadwell yet again from that right side. 22-18. Tech on the verge of a straight set sweep. As Tuttle goes back to work. Hayes dives. Nice save by Green. It's sent over on the free ball. And now Langrock with the kill. And Maddie Langrock, the senior setter, keeps it alive. And now she'll go back to serve. Tor Diggers. Trojans down 3 on the serve. Hayes. And a missed time on that one. Good set by Reese Layton. But Wilmore just couldn't time it out. And it's a point for Dakota State. 22-20 Tech and an ace. And all of a sudden it's a 1-point game here. And Langrock forces Montana Tech to take a timeout. It's 22-21. Orediggers have the lead. Wow. Dakota State does not want to go home yet. They would like to stay and play some more. So far, we're on time. 5 p.m. start for the next match. It's always that time of the year. November with volleyball tournaments and March with basketball tournaments. You get behind one match or one game, and the rest of the day is behind. But that's what makes high school sports and college sports in Montana so much fun. You just never know what's going to happen. You got 18 to 22-year-old kids out here on the college level battling their hearts out. You know, nobody in the Frontier is more well aware of the fact that this is their, if you're a senior, your final hurrah in a uniform for your team. Not many pro opportunities for teams out of the Frontier Conference in the NAI. But you never know. 22-21. Dakota State is out of timeouts. Montana Tech has one remaining. And Langrock looking to tie things up. As Wilmore blocked, and a huge block. We are tied at 22. Big time block there. Leilani Weber in on it. And we are tied at 22. First late tie, or tie this late, that we've had in 3 sets. And a tip, and Dakota State has its first lead since it was 1-zip. And it's 23-22. And Tech burns its last timeout. 23-22. That is a 7-3 run by Dakota State to take the lead here in the third. So the Trojans saying not yet, Tech. No celebration at this moment. Both teams hitting very well. We'll get some final stats at some point, but both teams coming out of the second set. Tech was hitting 32.5%. Dakota State just under 23%, which is still very good. Not great, but good in volleyball. So Langrock, who has served up a few straight points here, goes back to serve with the lead at 23-22. And now Tech looking to respond. Great dig by Langrock. And Tuttle saved up by Layton. Wilmore's going to try it. It's tipped, blocked, and it goes out of bounds. And that is Montana Tech point. Kill Wilmore, tied at 23. First team to score the next 2 points in succession will win the set. Tuttle. Block tip, drops in, and it's set point for Dakota State. 24-23, Trojans. And back to serve goes Tuttle. Sophomore hitter from North Sioux City, South Dakota. Block, point, set for the Trojans, who keep their season alive. Dakota State comes back from an 18-14 deficit to get the 25-23 win, set number 4. When we come back here to Helena on SWX. Today's Frontier Conference Championship Volleyball action brought to you in part by the Frontier Conference. The Frontier Conference, where champions are born. Number one team in the nation is from the Frontier Conference. Providence Argos already through to the next round of the semifinals. And Dakota State coming up with the victory in set 3 to force a fourth set, down 2-1 to the 5 seed Montana Tech. Tech down to 29.1% hitting. Dakota State 20.2. 12 kills for Kennedy Wilmore, 10 for Kennedy Oman, and 22 digs for Brooklyn Hayes to lead the Orediggers. Dakota State, Tristan Maris, 14 kills. Sophie Tuttle up to 12. And 28 assists for Maggie Langrock as we head to the fourth set. And Dakota State to start service. And Montana Tech, for the first time today, gets the first point of the set as the Orediggers off the kill go 1-0 as Emmy Green comes in to go back to serve. Good serve. Jump ball at the net, won by Tech. And good rotation and save there by the Trojans, and that one they cannot get. 4 hits is going to be called. But the first time, Sydney Wathen diving, making the dig. But it's Tech up 2-0. And Green back to serve. Just look there at Brooklyn Hayes. 22 digs in that first 3 sets. And 3-0 Tech as Peyton Treadwell, who had a couple of kills, now up to double figures with 10 here in the fourth set. Her first of the set. Had some big ones in the last one from that same right side. And Green serving 3-0. The tip, Hayes diving. Saved it in front of the scoreboard, and Hayes sends it over. Good defense by the Orediggers there. And that ball, we're going to get Tech called in the net. So it's Dakota State point. And it looked like Kennedy Oman was in the net. Macy Wathen back to serve. 3-1. Oh, a good tip by Langrock. And a valiant effort by Emmy Green. As Tech's defense all discombobulated a little bit on that one, but it's 3-2 Dakota State within a point. And Wathen back to serve. Layton sets it up. And Oman slams it home through the block attempt. And Tech back to 4-2. And Brooklyn Hayes will serve. Langrock set up Tuttle on the near side, goes 5-3, or 5-2 rather. Wathen hasn't made a whole lot of, or Tuttle rather, hasn't made a whole lot of hitting errors. That's just her third on 31 attempts. She'll try again. This one dug up. Free ball sent over. Langrock sets up Tuttle again and again, but this one is wide left. So 2 straight hitting errors on Tuttle, and it's 6-2 Tech. We had to wonder what Tech team would show up here in the first part of the fourth set after giving up a lead late in the third. As Dakota State avoided the sweep. Tuttle blocked, gets it back, and Langrock slams it off of the hands of Madison Beery, and it's 6-3. Watch the great decision by Langrock, and there was no chance for Beery to block it completely. And Tuttle comes up with her own block.
A block, Sophie Tuttle.
Makes it 6-4 Tech.
Maddie serves again.
And Lane Rock back to serve with that left arm from the right side. Will up beautifully, and another kill for Kennedy Wilmore. That is her 13th kill. And it's 7-4 Montana Tech. As in to serve Ellie Reinertson. Reinertson, there we go. Wathen sends it to the back row. Wilmore gets it with the palm of her hand, and now Tuttle, another point and another kill. And it is 7-5. Lane Rock with another assist. And back to serve goes Sophie Tuttle. Wilmore blocked, saved, dive, and sent over by Wilmore. And now Dakota State, the attempt by Bruflat. And that one is out of bounds long. Off of Montana Tech, off the kill. So it's Dakota State serving 7-6, down one. And Sophie Tuttle, I believe, no relation to Yankees catcher. Oh, big kill by Kennedy Wilmore. It's 8-6. To finish the thought, Sophie Tuttle, I don't believe, is related to Jack Tuttle, the Yankees catcher in the movie For Love of the Game with Kevin Costner. Because one's real and one was in the movie. It's 8-6. Tech is the Ordigger serve. Austin Long. Good knuckleball serve. Now Bruflat, dug up by Hayes. We'll try the other side. A tip. Now Tech trying to settle it down, and they get the kill from Madison Beery. 9-6 Ordiggers. Madison Beery, 86 blocks on the season. Comes up with a big kill there. Maris saved on the kill attempt by Tech. Now a bump set. Another kill attempt by Maris, just wide. And Tech up 10-6. Tech's had a couple of 4-point advantages here in the fourth set, including now with Long serving. And that one will go wide. Service error gives the point to Dakota State. 10-7, Trojans down 3 as Kate Van Rooyen goes back to serve. And a service error as that one hits the net. And it's 11-7. Back in to serve, Malia Harris, 5'4" senior. Spent her high school career, Southwest Montana and Anaconda. And that is now 3 straight service errors between the two teams. One wide, one into the net, one long. And it's 11-8. As going back to serve, Reagan Van Rooyen.
Dakota Reagan will serve.
Nice line drive serve. Dodson sends it over for the Ordiggers. A couple of free passes back and forth as Bruflat. Oh, huge attempt, man. When you can hear the ball hit hand, you know it's a good one. And a huge kill. Abby quiet the last couple of sets and comes back for the Ordiggers to give Tech a 12-8 lead. As Reinertson back in to serve. at 12-8. Big block by the Orediggers. Trojans try it again, and back-to-back blocks. Butte has brought the block party to Helena, and the Orediggers 13-8 midway through the fourth set, up 2-1, and a good look at the block there by Kennedy Oman, and it's a 5-point advantage for the Orediggers. Timeout, Dakota State. Winner takes on Providence tomorrow at 5 here on SWX. So we got a lot of volleyball coming your way over the next couple of days. 4 matches today. We're in the second of 4. 2 tomorrow, 1 on Saturday. 7 matches to determine which team will be the second automatic team with the bid into the NAI National Tournament. Providence is already there. And the Argos, big 3-set win over Montana Western in the first match. Awaiting the winner of this one. Good look at Lori Hagan, one of the best officials in Montana volleyball. These officials voted on by coaches. They're the best of the best. And a big kill again by Maddie Langrock, going instead of the set. And that's an ability that a good setter has, not only on the tip, but knows when to absolutely crush one at the net to get a kill. And Langrock does there. And an ace! Sydney Wathen cuts it down to a 3-point disadvantage. Tech up 13-10. Wathen. Good dig. Ryderson sets it up. Wathen digs it out of the back. Tuttle bumps it over. And to the net call on Tuttle. So it's Ordigger point, 14-10. Kennedy Wilmore checks back in, and Emmy Green, Mountain View High School, Idaho product out of Boise, into serve. She's got a great serve and a great block from teammates Ullman and Treadwell, and it's 15-10. Mont's up 5.
Emmy Green serving.
And that is all for Treadwell, solo. Wathen, now Tuttle, passes it over. Ryerson sets it up. Treadwell off of the fingertips of the Trojans. It's another free ball. And Wilmore tries it, partially tipped. Just saved to get it over, and Wilmore tries again. And that goes off of the right arm of Kate Van Rooyen, and Wilmore another kill, and it's 16-10. And Green once again back to serve.
Emmy still serving.
Montana Tech is going to miss that young lady right there, Kennedy Wilmore, senior for the Orediggers. Had a very good career in Butte. Tuttle blocked. That one goes out, though, off of, and it be Dakota State point, the kill for Tuttle. And good job there by Treadwell, the junior out of Meridian, Idaho, just saying settle down to her team. Up 5, make it up 6 again. Another kill for Oman, and it is 17-11 Orediggers. Brooklyn Hayes will go back to serve. And that's an ace, as backing up with Sydney Wathen went right off her knuckles. An ace for Hayes and the Orediggers, and a timeout, down 18-11 by Dakota State. Out of timeouts now for the fourth set. Good look there at Hayes, who has done a fantastic job on that defensive end and also serving up some aces. 18-11 our score. Montana Tech up 2-1. And looking to close out the Trojans here in the fourth set. Our first four-setter of the tournament. I'm not going to jinx us and say we haven't seen a five-setter yet. And the guys in the truck said, thanks, Jason. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be Hayes to serve. Up 18-11. Does Dakota State have another run in it? One of these teams will pick up their 17th win and then go on to play Providence in the semifinals tomorrow. One of these teams will pick up a 13th overall loss and head home. Either to Madison, South Dakota, or Butte, Montana. And right now it is Hayes serving for the Orediggers with the lead. Tuttle off the heel of her hand. Hayes bump set. Good block on Wilmore. And they can't block Treadwell that time, and it's 19-11. Tech absolutely asserting dominance here in the fourth set. There's a good look there. Ryerson with the set, Treadwell with the kill. And that was Leilani Weber with the attempt, and then she gets credit for the block. Or was that Ashley Wangler? I beg your pardon. So Wangler with the block. Makes it 19-12. And Langrock back to serve. Picked up a couple of points on her left-handed serve. Last rotation. And close to picking up one there. It is saved and dug out by the Trojans. And there is the point as Tuttle with the kill through the block to Treadwell. 19-13, 2 straight points for Dakota State. Langrock once again to serve. Down 6. Dakota State needs a long service game here, and that one killed by Treadwell yet again. And it's team. And back to serve goes Ellie Reinertsen. Back-to-back lefties on service. Tuttle. Partially blocked. Now Wilmore. She is blocked. Hayes saves it. Wilmore's going to try it again. Again a block. Wilmore sets it up. Back to her. And again, this one gets over, though. No block. That was partially blocked on Maris' attempt. Now Wilmore again. The heel. Dug up there by Langrock. And another great save by Langrock. Tuttle again. Hayes there. Good rally. And Wilmore sails it long. Got it with her pads of her fingers rather than the palm of her hand. And it's Dakota State. Down 6. And we will get a timeout taken by Montana Tech. Their first, up 20-14, just to give his team a breather after that very good rally by both teams there. Here in the fourth set in Helena. It'll be a packed house or close to it tonight when the 6th seed and host school, Carroll College, takes on MSU Northern in our nightcap. Our first evening match is coming up after this one at 5 p.m. Bellevue and Valley City State. Nice, a little Eddie Grant from 1983, Electric Avenue. Gotta love it. Eddie Grant, not a one-hit wonder, by the way. Romancing the Stone, another big hit for Eddie Grant. 2014, Montana Tech in the lead. Set 4, up 2-1. And Dakota State serving Sophie Tuttle. And not a good set. Miscommunication there as Reinertsen's set sailed into the net, and none of the Orediggers there to save it. And it's 20-15 as Tuttle back to serve. Reinertsen, left side, set up, kill attempt by Jetty, and teams will jump ball for it, and then a kill, and I think that was Ashley Wongler. It was, and it's 20-16. Dakota State back to within 4.
Serving.
Mini 5-1 run here. Reinertsen. Oh, great set, the quick set to Madison Beery, and from the middle gets the kill to make it 21-16. Austin Long checks in for the Orediggers and goes back to serve. Up 21-16, a 5-point advantage and a 2-1 advantage for the Orediggers. Nice. Dead ball, really, and a good kill the other end. And Morris gets the kill to pull Dakota State back to within 4. Back to serve goes Kate Van Rooyen, a junior from wind-blown Dakota Dunes, South Dakota. Reinertsen, another quick setup, and this one blocked as Beery had it come right back at her. Burflat gets the block. Take another look at it here. Great job by Burflat. She got it with both the left and the right. And it's 21-18. Orediggers lead. Trojans serving. Nice attempt by Talon Dodson. Good dig by Jetty, or by Long rather. Cook's going to try it. She is saved on the kill attempt. And that one just in. It clips the line. Morris with another kill. And Dakota State within 2. It is 21-19. An 8-2 run by Dakota State. Made the big run late in the third to get that victory in the set. To force this fourth. And a big block again. Maris, and along with Macy Wathen. And it's a 1-point game for Tech and another timeout for the Orediggers. It is 21-20. Both teams are out of timeouts. And going back to when it was an 18-11 Tech advantage, this is now a 9-2 run by Dakota State, trying to force a 5th set tiebreak. Got to get to 25 before Tech does, and you got to win by 2 to get to that 5th set. Meanwhile, Montana Tech looking to settle things down a little bit. Here over the last few minutes, discombobulated. And one of the hardest things to do in volleyball is to close out a match. You can be up 2-0. You can have the other team on the ropes in a 3rd set or even a 4th set, and it is very mentally challenging out the other team. And you see it time after time in the great sport of volleyball. And now a chance to tie as Kate Van Rooyen serving. Hayes dives on the dig. Will try the left side, and that snaps the big run as Talon Dodson from San Antonio, Texas, sends that one to the floor, and Tech up 22-20. It all started with the great dig by Hayes and her pass on the dive to her setter to set up Dodson. A 3-ball off the hard attack, and it's dumped in for a point for Dakota State to make it 22-21. And Reagan Van Rooyen in to serve. Again, the chance to tie for Dakota State here in the fourth set. Cook has it blocked out of bounds, and it is a point for Montana Tech. That's actually not a Cook name, that is a Clark last name, I beg your pardon. 23-21, and Reese Layton to serve. Miscommunication, almost an error there by Dakota State. Down 23-21, big block at the net. Tech gets it back on the attack. They'll try the right side, and sending it wide, Haley Bruflat, and it is match Montana Tech. 24-21. Point for the Ore Diggers from the mining city of Butte. But, not quite yet. Here's the set, and Dakota State with the kill. Macy Wathen. It'll set up match point number 2 for the 24-22. And Sydney Wathen into serve. 4 straight points Dakota State needs to force a 5th. Tech just needs a single point. And they still need a single point as Macy Wathen with the kill on the tip. And Sydney Wathen to serve. Match point number 2 for Montana Tech. Hayes, good pass to her setter, Layton, who sets up the left side, and the kill and the point and the match to Tech. Wow. Dakota tried its best, just comes up short as Tech wins it 3-1 to set up a matchup in the semis with Providence tomorrow. We'll come back post-game on SWX next. The Peace Center in Helena, Frontier Conference, day number 1 of the conference tournament, joined by Montana Tech coach Brian Solomon. And Coach, congratulations on the win. Got a little frisky there in the 3rd and 4th sets, but you come back and get the victory. 17 wins now on the year. And I want to start with Brooklyn Hayes and how well she plays for you guys defensively.
Yeah, she had a really good match. I thought Dakota had a really good game plan trying to attack us from the serving line, and Brooklyn and Emmy and Austin, Emmy especially, those two worked really well together to kind of solve some of those problems.
I like it because you have two very good setters. You can rotate any time, and both showed up tonight.
Yeah, they both did a great job. I thought Reese particularly ran a really good offense. She helped close out that last set. And, the last two sets looked really close, but the whole match was a really good battle.
It was. It definitely was. You jump out to that 2-0 lead. Kennedy Wilmore, you guys are going to miss her when she's gone, but you've got her for at least one more match.
Well, she topped her 1,000th kill for her career with us, and it's a great way to do that with getting a win in the conference tournament.
All right, you get Providence tomorrow in the semifinals. Haven't taken a set off the Argos yet this year, but what can you guys do different tomorrow night?
I'm just going to enjoy this for a minute, but
come on.
We've certainly played Providence a lot of times. It's obviously we're very familiar with the program, so look forward to a good battle tomorrow.
It should be a great battle, and you got like you said, two teams that know each other so well. With this extra teams now in the conference, you don't play them as often, which is nice, I'm sure.
It is nice. We played them last weekend, so it feels a little bit like our old conference schedule. We'll see you in a week. I think it's easy for both teams, knowing the scouting reports and everything. But we were really close in multiple sets with them this year, and so hopefully we just got to work on finishing a little bit better.
Well, congratulations on the victory today. Good luck in the semis tomorrow. We'll have more action from the Frontier Conference Tournament coming up.